Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up, Lee! 52 right here. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hands up. 52's the mic right here.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Motion.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in the loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Dalton. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Play action here with Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Switch!
They go play action. It's Rosen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll get 34 yards there.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Over here. Motion.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, later tonight, we have more football. Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a powder blue in the stands for that one. And then tomorrow, Monday night football, Detroit and Green Bay battle in the NFC North from Lambeau Field. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Rosen will throw. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He's moving. He's moving, boys. He's moving. 57's Mike. Hug. Coming.
Rosen to throw again. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Rosen. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready? 50 seconds to Mike. Ready?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Don't get nervous.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton being chased. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, D.
Hey, alert, alert.
Now Rosen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the run.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Go!
At their own 29-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 57, Mike, 57.
From the 38, Rosen. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, check Mike, 57.
Rosen to throw on third down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Exit. Tight dog. Alert. 57. Mike, 57. Now watch run.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Some quarterbacks just seem to have a knack for setting up the draw play, and he did it really well there.
And those guys who can do that well often are very good at play action, too. And the beneficiaries, their running backs and their wide receivers.
A loss of 2 there, second down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
On 2nd and 12, Dalton. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Monday. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, exit.
57. Mike 57.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hands up, lady.
Switch up.
Rager. They go 368.
Come to me, it's me. New Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Here we go, can. We're good.
Rush in.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, here's Mixon. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
If you kill it, motion. 52, block 52, 52.
Hey, Alpha.
Rep. Mike 52, Mike 52. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check.
To throw on third down. Dalton going deep for Eifert. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let him know.
Now Rosen on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
23 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rosen off the play action. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Carlos Dunlap picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
50 seconds to Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Monday. Watch 57. Hey, check.
On play action, Rosen. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
80. 57 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Shift.
Middle.
Alert. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Go.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch the slant.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Keep it up.
Hey, dude.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
368. Hey, let's go.
52 right here. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get
They go 368. Heavy.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
1st down, Cincinnati.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Watch safety creep. Safety screen. Hey. 52, Mike, 52. Down to lose one.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Bullock will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Get ready.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
57 Mike. Mike 57.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On play action, they'll throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that quarter. Give me that ball.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
57 to Mike. One day. 57 to Mike. Come on, D. 57 to Mike.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
He's tight on you, tight on the right, tight on the right. Hey, 4 down. Hug. 57. Mike, 57. I got you.
Back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 22.
That's another Baltimore first down.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Guys up! Wait! 368!
On first down, Bernard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin with a run by Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a gain of 35. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Back to Mixon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
So now the first OT throw coming for Dalton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And now it's Rosen looking. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
In your face.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That one good for 21 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now this time, Rosen will throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.